Okay, so we're in the lobby to get everyone set up for the next game, Game 2 of Sofanda Cox versus Amputease. But if you guys remember Corval from a game ago, or 2 games ago now, rather, I played a Monster Mode York in the bottom lane, won against Urgot. Corval knows a lot about Dominion. And if you want to learn general gameplay information about Dominion, I know the exact place you should go. LoLPro.com. Go to their guides section, which you can either go by typing the URL, lolpro.com/guides, or if you go to lolpro.com, the main page, go up here and you click on the Pro Guides button at the top of the page. And then scroll down here, you check the gameplay box, or, well, you don't have to check it, because, I mean, the gameplay guide's right here. But if you check the gameplay box, it'll sort by gameplay type. So if you guys want to learn about, different things for Summoner's Rift, there's plenty of that information there. But this is a Dominion tournament, and we're going to plug this Dominion guide right here by Corval. This is an extremely well-written guide, and it goes through, just look at all these tabs here. Man, this is the best thing. It goes through summoner spells, strategy, different team comps, common mistakes, how bot lane works, some of the more advanced strategies. It has the tier lists, like which champions are good, not so good, things like that. It breaks down how items work on this map, which ones are good, not so good compared to Summoner's Rift. And the last part, he does a videos section where he's actually pulled videos from different players and from some tournaments and things like that to highlight different things that go on. This guide is amazing. You don't even have to pay any money to read it. You can just go there. It's great. There's no charge. Just go to lolpro.com, go to the guides section, go to the Dominion guide, filter by gameplay to find it. It's the Dominion guide written by Corval, and just go read this between games, man. It's so good I can't even explain it. It's the best guide that's ever been written for general Dominion gameplay. And I also want to take a quick moment to look at the bracket, which we haven't done in a little bit. Okay. We have this game going on, which is Sofanda Cox versus Amputease. And the winner of that is going to go up against Awesome Explosion minus Lolly, which is the team Corval was playing on when they took their 2-0 victory against Aeon United. They did a really good job against them. Aeon United, by the way, is a Diamond Summoner's Rift team. They're a bunch of Diamond SR players that came out to play Dominion, and they performed great. They took a little bit of time to learn about the meta and the gameplay, and then they showed up and they put up a good show. And they politely asked that I plug them. So, hey, thanks for playing, guys. They're a Summoner's Rift team. They have a website, aeonunited.com. You can go there, learn more about them. They're trying to get sponsors and start competing at a higher level. So if you think those guys were cool and want to thank them for coming out and competing, man, go check them out. They did a great job. And between games throughout the tournament, man, go get this LoLPro guide that Corval's written and give that a read as well. I think we have everything set up for this next game. Yep, looks like we have everyone. We're going to start the chat bans in just a moment here.
Yep, they're coming. Slowly.
Oh, I wasn't late this time, okay. I was trying to rush it.
Nah, you're fine.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so Bot Fancy's mom at PS3. It's already into round 3 with the Rude Lords. And as you said, Awesome Explosion is going to go on against the winners here. And Goon Squad and Clueless. So I think somebody was saying finals are going to be... Gnome thinks it's going to be Rude Lords. Remember that. Somebody else said Clueless. I'm trying to remember who that other team was, though. Is it Amputease? Might have been Amputease, might have been Awesome Explosion, but...
Yeah, Amputease, man, they put up a really good showing in Dominate Dominion last week, taking a second place. So I remember when Amputease didn't place, man. They're one of my favorite teams. Amputease and Cheese Enema are my 2 favorite Dominion teams.
LeBlanc.
LeBlanc.
But LeBlanc, Nidalee, Kha'Zix, Kassadin, once again. Kha'Zix and Kassadin going 100% bans. And Nidalee 100% picker ban. LeBlanc feels very targeted.
Oh man, Generic literally wrote the guide on LeBlanc. You can find it on lolpro.com/guides. Filter by Dominion, find Generic's LeBlanc guide. I'll find a different one to plug next time, I swear. I just really like Generic's LeBlanc guide because I'd never won a game until I read that. I got made fun of for LeBlanc. I can show you that picture after the stream, man. I need to get it together. Let's see. Oh my gosh, I can copy paste into that. I didn't know I could copy paste into the XSplit title.
Yeah, it helps.
I wish I could edit a scene without making it the main scene.
Well, that would require a preview function.
Ooh.
But Janna, Wukong, Jace, Teemo, again, very common bans.
There you
that
go.
We've seen. Janna has been banned out, I want to say twice now. But I would be wrong. She's only been banned out once. She's been played a few times. Nope, that's a lie. The very first game we did also had a Janna ban. So yeah, 2 Janna bans and 3 Janna plays. Yeah. So basically, she was only missing from 1 game so far. Brand, no more oven, no more bricks. The brick oven didn't work that time right though.
No?
It's just like, do you know really what it reminded me? It reminded me of the scene in 300, and it's like, what's your profession? Well, I'm a potter. What's my profession? It's just like, that's exactly what just happened. Your kiln was smashed to bits by a Spartan. He came to war, and the others didn't.
That's the best analogy.
That's what it feels like.
Those other guys were just cooks. Pantheon is a soldier.
That's what it feels like, man. That's what it feels like.
And Kale can eat the last ban.
Yeah, Brand Kale. So, there's your 10. Again, Kale banned is 2 for 2 these last 2 turns. So, who are we fearing on Kale? Because it was Kale on one side, now it's Kale on the other. So, who here on Amputease plays Kale?
I forget who it is exactly because we don't see it too often, which is my bad for not remembering. But I know Amputease has a Kale player, and I actually don't think I've seen Sofanda field Kale, and most of my knowledge is competitive knowledge, as opposed to like what the guys playing solo queue and stuff like that. So I'm sure they have one.
Well, this opens up the possibility of Zyra snuck through the bans.
Oh, it's Dual Power that plays Kale. That's right. Thank you, Azizo, for reminding me.
We've had 3 Zyra bans, and then I think this will make the third pick. 2nd or 3rd pick. Either way, she's pretty much 100% pick ban. Really high tier. And another Lulu, maybe.
Well, Ollie is a good support player. Lulu, Janna, I think, are his best 2 champions. We're seeing a Zyra, and Zyra's...
Yeah,
man.
It's our 2nd Zyra play.
Zyra's scary. I don't like having to fight against Zyra. Zyra and Mao...
But she's like banned in every other game.
Yeah, Zyra and Mao are 2 really good champions for holding points.
Ooh. 1, 2...
Talon. Interesting. Okay, so...
3 Talon bans. This is our first plick.
It's our first, it's Talon getting plicked for the first time this tournament. Zyra. Quick note about Zyra. Slow, snare, airborne. AoEs all day. Lots of control, lots of magic damage. Extremely good at fighting on points. And if they pick up Mao also, you will not want to fight anywhere near a point. It's just not going to happen. Oh, dude, if he runs the show like that, like Armor did,
that looks pretty strong.
See if Science can do it. Remember, Science was playing Vi last game against Pantheon.
Yep.
Maybe we'll see him switch. Maybe we'll see Armor play Vi. That'd be really funny. The exact same champions, but opposite players. Just want to keep them on the same side of the map.
Yeah. Well, the timer's ticking down, so
it's going to be locked in as Pantheon.
Mm-hmm.
Global map presence because of Grand Skyfall. Briggs a targeted, applies stun, and great finishing potential because of his crit passive. Very nice.
That is done and dusted, so... Yeah, Zyra really good on the point. Maokai really good on the point. We saw I think you called him the Eternal Maokai when we had a Maokai.
Yeah, he was...
played.
Maokai can live for a really long time, especially because of Maelstrom and his passive.
Game number 2 of the Dream 'em Wake Up 'em versus Goon Squad. That's when we had our Maokai. And he dropped maybe 1 or 2 deaths. It was pretty impressive stuff. Lots of resistances. You go with Magical Sap. You're passive.
Who does Talon kill here? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Who?
It's hard.
Does Talon kill? He doesn't kill Mao. I mean, maybe late game.
Invis into Zyra.
Well, yeah, but I mean, then he just dies because Zyra set up shop. You know?
He's an assassin. He's a big burst assassin.
I guess. Yeah, I think Zyra's the best target. Pantheon's a little bit too crunchy, I think. But who else
And
could
Maokai
they
would
use?
not be a target at all.
Yeah, Maokai doesn't. He's...
Amumu makes his first appearance here on stream.
Ah! It's Painkiller's Amumu! Oh,
That
that's scary. Painkiller, any new viewers out there, Painkiller's Dominion player who has been playing in competition for a very, very long time. Painkiller, his Amumu is sort of famous for staying alive at less than 200 health for like a minute and a half because he has a full mana bar and still doing stuff. And Painkiller is the Painkiller survival method guy.
He's the Bear Grylls of League of Legends.
He just doesn't die. Like what we saw, gosh, how do you say his name now? He was playing Elise earlier.
Trips?
I don't want to say it wrong. Hold on.
It was one of those. It was something like that.
Tripes, yeah, Tripes.
Tripes. There you go.
Yeah, he's Aeon United's jungler, and when he was playing earlier, he had some great dodges and stayed alive for a long time at basically no health against that Nidalee.
Yep.
And Painkiller does that like all game long. I have mana. I guess I'll stay out here because I can still accomplish things for my team. He's a really good Amumu player. Amumu, not as good as he used to be, unfortunately. There have been little changes here and there made to Amumu over time. The biggest one being that ultimate radius reduction hurt him a lot. I mean, you'd be surprised how much that really did, but it's...
I can imagine.
People really stopped playing him after that. It's very unfortunate.
So, to move on from that, Orianna was banned out last round, as actually going to get picked up here. Noob picks that one up for the team. But if it is going to be a Malzahar, that should be a Malzahar and Urgot bottom, with the rest of the four just kind of dueling up top. Now,
there's a couple champions they can take down there. Now, New P3 is usually their bottom laner. I know Metal Fenrir's done it a bit. Yeah.
So I fully suspect that will get turned out. But Nyx, like last round, the bottom lane kind of went back and forth, but I think it was Nyx actually. He was pressured early, but he won out late.
Yep, that's right. And he's going to be on Malzahar this game. Yeah, so this is going to be new V3 down the bottom lane.
Yeah, I'm just waiting. Is there going to be no switch? Is it really going to be an Orianna bottom?
But who is it going to be? Is it going to be Ori? I'm really excited to see if it's
I just feel like Orianna's better in a top skirmish.
Well, I just feel like...
Shields, pokes...
Who would you put down... Like, who's your top guy? Well, no, Zyra does plenty of magic damage up there. So you really don't need Ori. It'd be Ori or Zyra bottom. Anything else would just be weird. So we keep dual... I mean, Urgot top is great, especially with the defense that the team has going. Because Urgot does do a lot of damage. You have one of those weird situations where there's like anyone can bottom, but Noob V3 is like the dedicated bot for the team. Is he going to stick with Ori? Is there going to be a switch? No. Don't look like there is.
Yeah, it's locked in. All right. So, bottom lane Orianna. This is possibly why he was banned last time.
And we are going to see Talon. Armor Talon is a pretty good Talon.
Well, considering the work he did on Pantheon, I'm a little afraid of that Talon right now.
Yeah, he's a good Talon player.
As you said, I mean, we got some pretty tough individuals.
Oh dear, man, these guys are like all on some of their best champions that I'm looking at. This is going to be a really good game.
Well, we got the Lulu in there, the Painkiller on that, the Lulu Amumu. Oh gosh, that's going to be fun.
The bans were Lu Wu Mu Nu for a while.
Lu Mu Nu, yeah. All right.
That's what they.
What happened to Nunu, man?
We learned that we could kill him. He's an amazing stalemater, and one of the best there is. But if you put early pressure on him before he gets tanky, he's pretty squishy.
Just kind of falls down from
there. You flowchart really hard, and then all your problems go away.
Woo moo moo lu.
Woo moo nu you.
So that's Amumu, Wukong, Lulu, and
Amumu.
Amumu.
Moo.
There you go.
Yeah. It's a pain in the butt to say.
Yeah, tongue twister for sure.
So look at these players. I'm just going to go down the list. Generic is a really good Ezreal. He learned Ezreal because people kept banning his brand in Generic, so he decided to get another champion to make people afraid of, which I think is the most... that's pretty awesome. There's also been changes to Consume. I forgot about that. I think they like really changed the damage on Consume, so it's not as sustaining as it used to be.
Well, that was the big problem. Like, I mean, we saw Yorick bottom lane, right? And he just kind of pushed around the Urgot early on. And it was very similar to that. You just don't land damage. He gets free ice balls, and after Will of the Ancients and Spirit Visage back in the day, it's just good game.
Yep.
You just don't do damage to him.
Science plays some Pantheon. Strogan plays some Mao. Those things I'm recognizing. I'm not as familiar with Metal Fender as Zyra. I know he plays it. I actually haven't seen Dual Urgot, I think, personally, in some time. I know Nyx is a great Mouse. Noob does a lot of Ori. Noob does Ori and Zyra. Armor's a great Talon. Painkiller's a great Amumu. Alia's one of the best supports we've got in the community. And it's just like... This is like what I expect when I want to see these two teams play. I'm like, oh, Generic will play an AP, or if his APs get banned out, he'll play Ezreal. Oh, he got Brandon LeBlanc banned out. Oh, he's going to play Ezreal.
So things to note here as we go into the last of the delay. 10 revives are back in full force, so it's really only that one Teemo game that we broke that streak. We still have one Clairvoyance on the map, and it's actually going this round to Sofanda Cox. I think they had it last round as well. But one Garrison as well. It's going to be on the Painkiller. Everything else is barriers, ignites, exhausts.
About to go into the game now. For anyone who has just shown up or only just started listening, this is going to be Game 2 of the series between Sofanda Cox and Amputease. Amputease's team, we have Metal Fenrir playing as Zyra, Strogan McHawk playing as Maokai, Science playing as Pantheon, Dual Power playing as Urgot, and Noob V3 playing as Orianna. The other team, Sofanda Cox's team, we have Generic playing as Ezreal, Alia playing as Lulu, Painkiller playing as Imumu, Armor playing as Talon, and Nyx87 playing as Malzahar. I am one half of your commentators. I am Gandair, and commentating with me is...
I am the FourCourtJester, welcoming everyone back to the Dominion Crystal Scar. I almost called it the Rift, but it's clearly not. But yeah, back to the Crystal Scar. And I don't know, we see a lot of stuff about preseason coming up. I'm curious to see if we're going to have any kind of big effects on Dominion for Season 4. Because, man, that Black Cleaver that did wonders back at the beginning of Season 4.
Oh, man, I remember that Black Cleaver change. Everybody bought a Black Cleaver because, I mean, Black Cleaver's stacked with Black Cleavers, Black Cleaver, Black Cleaver.
So
brand opened with a Black Cleaver. Like, it was bad.
What kind of Season 4, pre-season mix-up are we going to see? I'm very curious, but either way, here, the LoLPro Dominion Showdown NA. This is number 2, our second one. $250 to whoever wins it tomorrow, and everyone's putting their best foot forward here.
And maybe they'll take home some prizes as a result of it. Is that Pantheon skin still on sale? I think it was on sale like the other day. I don't know if it's still up today or not.
Someone just said FourCourtJester. I'm pretty sure I did not say any of that.
Yeah, I didn't hear that either, man.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're hearing things, man.
Maybe it's 420 somewhere. It ain't here. It's actually 520, I believe.
That'd be a great Smurf name, though.
540. Never mind. Losing track of the time. Man, we've been at this 3.5 hours now.
Woo! That's good. There's still more games to go after this. We got another best of 3 after this, at least.
Yeah, I think we have one more best of 3 after this.
Yeah, guys, plenty of Dominion stuff coming your way. And day 2 tomorrow, man, we're going to have even more games for you. You get to see that Butcher Urgot skin. That's actually my favorite Urgot skin. His Acid Hunters are a little weird because they're chainsaws. So it's mentally, when I see it, I'm like, is that even going to hit? Because the animation is awkward. But, it's great. You can shoot chainsaws at people. You can't say that about many video games. People always joked about having a rocket launcher that shoots chainsaws. In this game, you get it.
The first thing that anybody ever asks me when I say that, I'm a jester, I juggle, that kind of stuff, they said, chainsaws? They're like, no.
I have seen a gentleman juggle a chainsaw. A performer by the name of Dexter Tripp. You can find him at I don't remember what shows he does, but I know you can find him if you're at the Renaissance Festival, Tuxedo, New York. He does a show there. He does a couple other shows.
And he does it in a tuxedo.
Yeah, I mean, the guy, it's a very, like, kind of vaudevillian look that he does. And, this cut behind.
Yeah.
But, yeah, look up that guy if you ever want to see someone juggle chainsaws.
Oh, I think they timed it a little too off in this round because now Painkiller is just going to reap the whirlwind, so to speak. So now he's going to be the first blood. And Science might become the second. He's going to get one more spear on top of armor. Aaliyah and Generic just kind of fighting it off in the back. But Metal Fender is not even touched. Urgot's still looking really strong. Strogan McHawk is just kind of playing defense down here. But Metal Fender as well as the Strogan McHawk, if they can just keep these guys busy, it's going to be a clear and cut victory for Amputease early game.
Ooh, Dual Power landing that corrosive charge, but really couldn't get in range to throw down any Acid Hunters. Top point, very secure. And you're right, I think they revealed themselves just a little bit early there. They should have waited just a tad. Because I feel like they could have just picked up Science for free if they'd waited.
That was 3 for 0. That's 3 revives down now for Sofanda Cox. And, yeah, I think we saw, again, early game advantage go the way of Amputease.
Oh, man.
Trick this time is
where's that clairvoyance at? I heard it go down. But I didn't see where it landed. I think it ended up over here. It wasn't middle.
No.
Oh, well. We missed it. We'll never get it back. It is gone forever.
Don't worry, it comes back. It's all good.
Oh, it does come back. Okay, yay! I'm glad.
Yeah, it's the cat.
Okay, well, if you can't make a play top, gank bottom. Don't get into a stalemate, stand around, waste time, drain your Nexus health. Find a play. Bottom lane is a place to make a play. See Talon there, armor on his way down now, walking through the vision. He has revealed himself to Orianna. Nyx is going to go for the capture. Talon's going to zone him back, hits him with the silence, rake on him as well. Noob V3 has to pop the shield, retreating as fast as possible. Dual Power comes down to bail it out. May be able to secure the kill on Nyx. If he can get in range, this is going to happen. Just needs one more. Dual Power, can you pull this off, man? Are you going to get it? No, he picked up the health relic. He needs a corrosive charge if he wants to take this home. Has it up. There's the corrosive charge. One shot takes him down. Nyx 87 gets a free trip back to the summoner platform.
Yeah, waited way too long to get that ultimate out. He did hit 6 fairly early on in that fight, but probably didn't skill it up. And there's another clairvoyance going down, but Strogan McHawk, he's going to go for Aaliyah. Painkiller in the back, just getting pounded on, basically. I mean, that's what an Amu is there for, right? Leia now a little bit out of position, but Strogan's going to get out. The Zyra ult does out whip, and no! Accidental jump on top of Metal Fender. That's going to be Armor with his first kill.
And the exhaust on Dual Power now. Painkiller, there's the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Dual Power is going to get taken down.
Brilliant.
Noob V3 also going to be taken down. Painkiller is going to recall.
That I don't know, man. That Painkiller bandage, it just looked like everything just went out of the way and it just connected instantly. It was a magnificent toss.
But for all of that work, the point is still under Amputease's control.
Now, fun times. Nobody from Sofanda Cox, or sorry, nobody from Amputease elected to use their revive. They still have all 5 up.
No. They might have been able to try to make a play there, but with so many on the enemy team left alive, they would have hit their revive. The other guys would have recalled. They still would have gotten to top point at roughly the same time. Not that good of a choice to use the revive there. Yeah, it would have netted them a total of, like, I don't know, 1,000 health across their team from the revive talents. But in the end, probably better to save it there.
Dangerous footwork there from Nyx. Does run into the
There's no
whole
footwork
team.
at all. He levitates.
No, true enough. All right. Dangerous levitate work from Nyx.
Yeah.
Painkiller comes in, though. He does not have that ult ready to go. Strogan Hawk does have the Vengeful Maelstrom. Probably it for Painkiller. Good Ezreal ult comes out, and will trade out 1 for 1. Metal Fender does have that Storm buff, but Science for Science. I can imagine that's his battle cry when he jumps. It's not nerf my passive, it's for Science. Depends out top, and again, you're looking at that quest in those top objectives.
Ezra with the Storm Shield, able to deliver that from really aggressive arcane shift. Generic, are you okay, Generic? He is going to be just fine. Nope, Zyra's got him. There's a position reverser from Dual Power. There's going to be the airborne from Zyra, snapping that trap shut on Talon, taking him down.
Now, did that actually hit?
The airborne?
Because it wasn't a kill for Metal Fender. He got the assist, but I'm not
it did land,
that...
but I feel like he was dead at the same time that it landed. But yeah, the airborne definitely landed because I saw the body move.
Okay. I was going to say 0 for 2 on those ults if that actually didn't hit. But
well, it hit after he died-ish. Barely counts. We'll give him a half one.
So right now, Amputease just very interested in getting this life lead going. They're already 140 points up in terms of Nexus health, and they're doing really good defense in terms of the top. So far, very unsuccessful against bottom, but here comes Armor.
And Noob V3 being locked down. Plenty of time for Armor to connect. There's that flash from Noob V3. And, oh, the draw in from the ultimate.
And meanwhile, we got the rest of Amputease just trying to put pressure there on the drill. It is a 4v3 advantage in the top, 1v2 here in the bottom. And the point is not going to get successfully defended by Noob. He won't die, but he wasn't able to stop that aggression.
And Alia, well, was trapped in a bad place. Mumu on his way down along with Generic. And Painkiller gets a hold of Science. Talon comes in with the silence as well. And
Armor.
They get him, no problem.
Armor's doing quite a bit of early game damage already. Has that Brutalizer, very similar to what we saw in Pantheon. In fact, he and Pantheon are likely going for the same builds. We have a little bit more health away on Science right now.
Ooh, Generic almost got that interrupt. So close, but unfortunately was not able to make it in time. Now that point is under Amputease's control. They're still installed in the bottom part of the map. Painkiller having to retreat. And they're starting to get a little bit of a contain setup here.
Yeah, Nyx unfortunately does drop 2v1 in the bottom. But a lot of shenanigans there at the front. Another snap trap going down.
Yep.
Man, that's a 4-cap coming the way of Amputease.
Yeah, Amputease, man, they're rocking it today.
Yeah, everyone on their picks, as he said, right? Back in picks and bans. This could be the power of it all. Armor's going to try his best here, but it is going to get sniped out. Double comes out for Pain, but still the 4-cap remains, and the life lead is now hitting the 200 mark.
It looks like Alia is going to take back the drill. Generic on his way towards the upper portion of the map. Painkiller is going to arrive at the tower first and begin to capture on it. Zyra is still a little way away.
Noob in the bottom. Nyx just kind of going back and forth. Red is going to finally take down top, at least neutralize it, but that's going to be the man drop coming in from Science. Going man mode 1-on-3, has Metal Fenrir in the back, and will go down in true Spartan fashion.
And Painkiller is able to survival method away with less than 200 health. Generic, ooh, aggressive arcane shift. Generic, man, he's been really...
That's a kill.
Uh-oh. He's just waiting on the cooldown. He's just waiting on the cool. Oh, didn't even need the arcade shift. Just threw down the Mystic Shot. There we go. That's what it's called.
Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure it was right. I got confused with Essence Flux once, and they never let me forget it.
Noob and Nyx. Noob actually getting a bit more of the rough end of the deals, but no, Armor, no! He drops. Heat-seeking missiles. Can't do anything about him.
And Painkiller goes to intercept Dual Power. There's the position reverse.
Whoa,
and Dual Power using that to get the armor and MR to unload on Generic. I like that.
Oh, Pain didn't actually land the double on that ult.
Generic! No, he doesn't get out in time. The auto attack lands after the arcane shift delay.
He needed to land both, and he didn't. Which is unfortunate. Science should pick that up with the Ignite. Yeah, he will. And back to the 3-point. So not the 4, but back to the 3, and the life lead's still ticking away. Amputease is looking good to tie up the series.
The Painkiller just burning to the ground there from that Ignite. And Strogan, I don't know how I feel about... You're a tree. Why are you bleeding? That doesn't make any sense.
They bleed sap.
It's red? I thought sap was brown.
Yeah, changes season to season.
You can't make Jurassic Park like that.
Yeah, you sure can. Don't worry. Science is going to try his best. He's going to go 1-on-3 again, man-moding it. Real true Spartan fashion, but...
Ooh,
yeah,
Science actually not going to be able to get away there. Unfortunate for him.
So, might not be the strongest position right now for Amputease. They're getting 2v1 in the top.
Airborne does not connect from Fenrir down the bottom.
Yeah, and they lost Science bottom. There goes top. That's going to go back the way of Sofanda Cox.
Yeah,
they're going to get someone up there. Science does have ult up, and 8 does not have that revive, so I don't think he'll be there.
Fenrir can get there. He can reach a Mumu, but can he get to Generic? No.
Whiff.
So the point is neutral. No defender's advantage going on there, and Armor goes for Dual Power immediately. Everything lands on Dual Power.
Yep. Yeah, that should be a nice double for Generic as soon as he gets out of this. There we go. Gets blocked out. So the Painkiller and Generic, with Science now there, Science is sitting at 4-4-2, has the cleaver. So with good control and Generic with that alley-oop over the wall, yeah. he should be able to survive this. And he has Ilya there now as well. So yeah, they should be able to put up a strong front, but everyone just keeps trickling in, and now Generic has to just run out of it with this one.
Yeah, nice straight lines into the top point. Science, don't do it. It's a trap. He wants to delay. Capture the tower. Thank you, sir.
Nick's trying his best bottom, threw down the ult on top of Orianna, but I think Orianna has enough to keep him from getting that point, at least neutraled.
There's the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Dual power has been locked down. Every crowd control they could find has been applied. There's the position reverse. His health is a little bit low, though, to make use of that buff.
Makes him pretty tanky, though.
Yes.
Makes him pretty tanky.
Which means you want to use it earlier in the fight if you can. Anyone out there that wants to play Urgot.
Malzahar actually killed Noob, comes right back with that revive. They're just playing Benny Hill in the bottom as we have another kill going the way. Science is not doing his best Spartan impressions. He's 5-5-3. We got 5-5-6 on the Ezreal. Still going back and forth in this bottom lane. But the point was neutralized. That's the important part.
And Nix87's been doing pretty solid down here. Oh,
yep.
No. Picked up that kill against Orianna.
He got it. Yeah. He's going to be able to walk out of this one. No.
Nope. There's a
Fenrir there.
It's dodge time, noob. Oh, man.
Oh.
Nope.
True Shot does come out, but
yeah.
That one plantling.
Man, noob V3 earlier, he couldn't get that dodge going, but that little plant, man, that
last plant, man.
This is the end of him.
Not such a good position for Strogan McHawk. He throws out the Vengeful Maelstrom, but he will die to it. Armor picks up that
the Venn diagram.
The man drop. Oh, the Zyro missed as well. Terrible luck for the Amputease.
Down the bottom part, they could see Armor. Armor knows he can be seen. He doesn't want to be there anymore. Oh, no, he's going to go for dual power instead. See if he's able to pull this off or not.
He has enough penetration to kind of do it by himself. There you go. Aaliyah comes in, evens up the odds. Science is going to drop to Generic. Actually, yeah, no, Lulu picked it up. Aaliyah, good job.
Okay. And Painkiller is retreating.
Ooh, look at that collapse on the bottom.
Yeah, they're just descending upon it. Aaliyah in the back can't be reached by that sapling, so he gets the neutral for his team. Fight breaks out. Nyx's health just drops.
Yeah, but he got the kill on Zyra, and that was the important part. Generic should be able to pick up Noob, yeah, and now it's a 2-on-1 scenario. You never underestimate that Lulu. Exhaust comes out. This is very likely going to be a cleanup. Yeah, it's looking extremely like a cleanup right now.
It's going to take them just a moment. I mean, Generic does have to... That's sap magic, man.
Yeah, I saw that.
That foils people all day long.
Oh, we might have a 5 cap in the works. That was a neutralized factory up in the top left.
Ooh.
And, whew, that could have been quite the position reverse.
Yes. Dual power and armor getting into a disagreement again. Oh, there's the stealth reveal and the position reverse. It's great for dual power. However, Science's appearance making it a little bit difficult. He was still able to pick up the kill there. Dual power was, but Talon was not able to escape because, well, Science showed up.
So, to take a quick perspective, this was a 200-point advantage for Amputease, but now they were on the verge of getting 5-capped at 1.4-0, and that health lead is drastically dwindling.
And their early game was a lot stronger than the current game that they have going on. And Painkiller getting really low on health. And now Champion's starting to get some items completed solidly in the middle portion of the game here. Not quite late game crazy Urgot yet, though.
Orianna Shockwave keeps her alive from Armor, but Armor's ult's going to come up pretty quick anyways. He has pretty much max cooldown because of, well, he has 20%. I shouldn't say max. No, he only has 10%. Never mind.
Ooh, trying to get some of those minions and things down. Generic not able to do so, unfortunately. Armor coming up from the middle of the map.
Nyx looking for a kill bottom.
Looking for someone.
Man, Nyx is just, early game cannot do it. Late game just dominates. It's amazing to watch.
Strogan, oh dear.
That was
mixed up with the enemy team.
You see Strogan, he'd be right through that rake, didn't hit him.
Yeah.
Really good stuff.
He saw how he was holding it.
Nyx probably gonna get speared. Yeah, Science, I don't think.
Oh, what? No, got him anyway. Darn. Thought that stun landed just enough time, but not quite.
No bandage, no bandage. Good snare. Metal Fender keeps him alive, but could be it for Metal
Oh, man.
Fender. Another Zyra ult.
Painkiller does so much damage. Did you see that bandage toss?
I saw it. Science coming in, gets it. Generic goes down. Zyra not dead. Painkiller now on the run. Oh my goodness. This is just not working out.
Was the curse of the sad mummy there? Not able to kill Science, unfortunately.
So you said Painkiller can live like for minutes on end. I think that fight, that was all Science.
Well, not when he builds this AP. What is this Painkiller? You're concerning me. The dual power with the Storm Shield and with the being in a cat form. But with the Storm Shield does a whole lot more damage than normal. Yeah, he did cat form. It was cat form for a second. Form. Urgot was in cat form. Lulu put him in cat form.
Oh, okay. I see.
That cat form. Not like the champion.
Yeah. Wow, noob.
Oh,
big victory for
dear.
Noob, one-on-one bottom. And now Amputease, they're taking control of this game back. It was a little shaky there in the mid, but they're starting to really bring this back. That's going to be the revive for Malzahar. That's going to be the deaths. Painkiller down for another 10 seconds. Generic out for 12.
Nyx does come back with the revive. Noob doesn't have his up yet. Still some room for them to change things up here. It's when they get below 100 Nexus health that you start worrying about the ability to come back, because you have to trade towers a little bit, and that'll cost you 30 to 60 Nexus health. So when you have less than 90, it becomes more and more difficult to actually do.
Yeah, once you kind of get under the 3-digit mark, it's very disheartening to look at the scoreboard. But look at this collapse bottom. It's going to be on top of Noob. The flash coming out has saved him more than once this game. Hey, here comes the man drop. No, it's going to land right on top of Nyx. Full damage with that. That is, the exhaust comes immediately out, but Nyx drops. Science takes home that kill. Looking for the double on top of Armor. Doesn't quite get it. Actually, it will be Zyra picking that one up.
The Painkiller and Generic are working to try and get this top tower back under their control. Oh, Arcade Shift and Exhaust. Generic is really all in for it up here.
Yeah, a little bit of a dodge there from dual power, but Generic will grab it. Painkiller there as well. So that should be the point their way. There's absolutely nobody on the board, and Science does not have the man drop ready to go. So this game will be extended a little bit longer here, Gandair. 18 minutes going in. Not going to be our shortest, not going to be our longest, at least yet, but we have stabilized at 75 health.
And they have enough Nexus health to still have a little bit of flex room if things go bad at the tower. Bottom lane, though, Nyx in a little bit of trouble. Pantheon is able to get down there. He's able to put a lot of damage on him. But oh, the interrupt! I didn't think he was in range for it.
Ignite and Space Disease. Nope. Armor's Blades is going to be the cause of death there. Tries to ult back to the tower. It is going to interrupt Metal Fenrir. Might go for the kill. Good dodge regardless. But Noob is going to come in. That's going to be Lulu. Evening the odds. The shield goes out. Noob is going to live out of that one. Aaliyah is just going to be the target now. But Generic with the double goes for the trip. They still got that point as Painkiller wards off top.
And Strogan looks like is going to be taken down here pretty soon. Generic picking up the unofficial triple, timed out just barely.
Yeah, Painkiller could not deal with the top though. Science and dual power up there, not in the cards. So that's going to get at least neutral. He threw down the Garrison just at the last moment. So will that be enough? It will be enough just to interrupt, but minions are also going to come into this one as well.
Generic not going to get crazy with the aggressive Arcane Shift over to try to stop Pantheon, because that could be a quick way to get sent back to Summoner Platform. We do have Talon on his way up here. Talon, oh, there's the Youmuu's in. Science gets obliterated.
Really well played right there from Armor. But now that ult is down, he has to deal with this control comp between Strogan McHawk as well as Metal Fenrir.
Yeah.
Cannot deal with it. Dual power is going to be dropping pretty low, but he should be okay. Aaliyah, I don't think can finish.
Oh, he got him. Generic got him with the True Shot Barrage.
That's 3 dead now for Amputease. Generic and Strogan McHawk. Who's actually going to come out ahead on that one? This is going to be that last auto attack from Generic. He gets the double out of it as well. Fenrir now up, and the only person left to defend. Everyone else is down, but we got Science and his man drop ready to go.
Generic is running at 15-7 right now against the 15-9 of Pantheon. The difference here is Generic is a range champion. Makes him a little bit more scary.
Science drops into the top, but we got 2 neutral points, 2 going the way of Son of
those plants blocking those skill shots. Painkiller picks him up with a bandage toss.
Oh, it's still actually a cap lead right now for Sofanda Cox. It's 2-1. There's 2 neutrals on the board.
And Pantheon is taken down.
And as I say that, they finally get the bottom back.
Everyone's recalling. Everyone's recalling. That's scary. Oh, there's Painkiller staying alive.
Nyx87 just doing fantastic work in that bottom lane.
Now they're recalling in like a stutter step recall.
So
There's no one
armor
at top.
on Talon, not quite as scary as armor on a Pantheon. 7, 11, 12, but there are a lack of squishy targets going into effectively a late game. I mean, it's past 20 minutes here in Dominion. A lot of armor, a lot of penetrations, and a lot of control. It's very hard for Talon to get an in on any of these guys.
Talon hanging around above everything. I see it. They
invade.
want to bait with that Storm Shield, and I think that's what they're getting.
They're going to try it. Painkiller, 3 man on the Curse of the Sad Mummy. That's going to be the True Shot Barrage. Strogamahawk goes right in for Generic and gets destroyed for it. As Painkiller took out Zyra as well, 2 for 1. And that's going to be it for Dual Power as well. That is a massive turning point right now.
Did you see that trap, man? Lulu goes for the Storm Shield in the center of the map. Entire enemy team sets up back here. Lulu just brings them back to her team. Her team tears them apart. Talon hung around up here at the top in order to swing back through this top bush to get in behind the fight once it broke out. Because if he was staying in this bush here, then people would have revealed him with a vision item or others or something else. So that's why I had to stay behind that terrain piece entirely.
So Sofanda Cox maintaining the cap lead. They just had 4 members come out of base. Nyx in the bottom just holding down that pressure up against Noob. And basically going to go right back to it. Strogamahawk finds the armor there in the bush. We got the Zyra ult. Again, only hits Painkiller. Doesn't quite hit the mark. But we also had True Shot Barrage go down as Ezreal's kind of on the wrong side of this fight. But we got the 4-man unit coming from Amputease. They need to make something happen in order to finish this game out. Otherwise, they're going to get...
Oh, that arcane shift at the last possible second saved him.
Wow, Science actually has himself Randuin's. Yeah. Generic, again, wrong side of the fight. He can only poke from here. He's going to come back in. Strogamahawk is going to be the target for him. They're going to trade out 2 for 1. Talon does go down. Science and Painkiller going neck and neck. Aaliyah comes and snipes it out. And that means that they will maintain their top points. So Fonda Cox could very well still win this.
Yeah, once you get to around 90, that's when you have to make your play, and that's when you can bring it back. 56 Nexus health. They can still afford one more turnover if it's short, and still be able to take home the game. But bringing it back from 200 health, really good job for Sofanda. They're bringing it together in this really, like, kind of late game going on. 24 minutes. It's pretty long for a game of Dominion. Usually they end anywhere between 18 and 22. So to get those extra, 2 to 4 minutes in is really different landscape.
Apparently, Zemike's team, they won their games in 6. Just as a quick trivia.
Well, that's what happens when you have to play against Zemike.
Round
He's
1,
really good.
6-minute wins. This one, 24 and chugging, but we have officially taken the health lead for Sofanda Cox, and they are on their way to winning 2-0 pending this fight.
And Strogan gets beaten up. Dual Power gets a great engage on Generic, and Generic has his revive. He is on his way back to the top, which means his revive is going to be down for the rest of the conceivable game, which means if Generic dies again, it's going to be effectively permanent. Painkiller finally taken down. And are they going to be able to get to the top in time? Science's health is really low. Aaliyah gets the kill on Pantheon.
Armor gets the kill on Strogan as well. Generic, as you said, came back. It really comes down to revives at this late hour, but they will stomp him out. They do maintain all 3 points. Nyx in the bottom, however, will drop to Noob. Noob should be pushing with all haste. Strogan finds 2 in the jungle here, but all he can do is really just play with him at this point. Science isn't up. Dual Power isn't up. Here comes Meadow Fenrir, but a control comp will not get to these kills.
And there's Armor going in with the stealth and run. Yomu's was down also.
We have revive left on Nyx, doesn't choose to use it. I think he knows that they got this one in the bag. Painkiller up top is going to probably drop. Yeah, there we go. Metal Fender is able to pick that one up. Dual Power, they're down to their last seconds here. 13 and counting. They need to get themselves a point. There's no bottom aggression, and the rest of everyone just piling up on top. Generic looking for the kill on top of Dual. Science is going to drop low. Aaliyah defends. Dual Power still going. Meadow Fenrir there with Strogamahawk as well, throwing up the Vengeful Maelstrom. They get Dual Power. It's 2-on-2. Armor going in. The exhaust comes out, destroys him. That's going to be it for Zyra, and that is going to be game because they could not grab that point, and that is how you never give up, never surrender, and 2-0 your opponents at 56 life.
That's why I like Dominion. It's never over. It's never over until those last couple of seconds. That's the best thing about this game mode.
And I think that is our longest game we've done today.
Oh yeah, 26-13, more like 26-10. I mean, that ending animation ate 3 seconds, but you know. 20 and 9.
16. Yeah, that is real.
That's what happens if you ban generics, LeBlanc, and Brand. You have to fight that. Just let him play Brand.
As well. Trinity, Yomu's, Last Whisper, and Lifesteal on top of that, with cooldown boots. All the penetration, all the cooldown, the Sheen proc from Trinity as well. Good stuff. Good stuff.
I wonder how much damage you dealt that game. Damage. Oh dear, 50,418.
50,000, close to 80.
It's not quite 80.
Not quite. Well, that was an amazing series.
So Sofanda winning 2-0. And we're going to have more games to bring to you. Do we have one more series or 2 more series? I think we have one more series. We'll find out.
I'm under the impression we're doing semis and finals tomorrow, which means we have one more today.
Yeah, that means we'd have 4 series tomorrow. So we'd have one more day.
Oh, bronze match.
Yeah, just 3rd, 4th.
Are we doing bronze match? Okay.
Pretty sure. We did it for the other stuff. We do it for... let's just assume we are. I'll schedule as if I was. And then if not, I'll be pleasantly surprised to be like, hey, I got off work early.
So we've done 3 series right now. We're about to do a 4th, so very similar timings to tomorrow, I guess?
Yeah.
I just don't remember seeing bronze on the schedule, but that's something we can ask the admins.
Okay. We're going to cut to a commercial real quick. And then we'll be right back with the round of 8 game. It's going to be Clueless versus Goon Squad.